Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Hey, so we are doing a hair install today, and this is from ISEE Hair. They sent these gorgeous lashes as well as a wig cap and a beautiful wig. I am obsessed with the curl pattern of this wig. This is water wave hair in 26 inches. The texture is really soft, and right out the packaging I was loving these curls. And as you can also see, it does come pre-plucked. You do not need to do anything to the wig if you don't want to. I, for one, am going to bleach the knots just to make it even more seamless than it already is. And I'm going to show how I have been plucking the hairline recently. So yeah, we're going to get started by flipping the wig inside out, basically just to bleach the knots. We don't want to bleach the hair, only the knots on the wig. So I'm using my 30 vial developer and the CW2 powder and mix that all up. It's a 1-in-1 portion, so you pretty much just mix how much you need to make it the consistency you like, nice and thick. And I'm lightly just applying this all over where the knots are on the wig. You don't want to press this into the knots because then it'll start bleaching the hair. We don't want that. We just want the knots to match our skin tone. So yeah, we're just lightly applying this all over. And the next time I do this, I am going to use some foil instead of just leaving the bleach open, just so it processes faster. I waited about 30 minutes and I feel like it could have lifted a little bit more. So it's all up to you though. It did turn out really nice. As you can see, the knots are nice and blonde and they're going to match when I add it to my head. It'll match like it's my scalp. You feel me? So now I'm just going to section the hair off, the frontal off into 3 sections so I can start plucking. And this part is not really like, it doesn't have to be the neatest thing in the world. I'm pretty much just going off of what I watched on other YouTube videos, so it's all a work in progress. You know, I've been saying that in all my hair tutorials. We just learning as we go. I'm using these little tweezers, and I'm pretty much just plucking, making sections, like subsections, and plucking them, like just plucking hair. And the objective pretty much is to make the frontal look less dense, because a natural hairline, like a real hairline, and your real hair is not as dense as the frontal is. So you just want to make it look as natural as possible. I mean, people do have really thick hair, but I like the thin type of feel and look to my frontal, so we're just gonna try to make it look as natural as possible. We don't want holes and gaps in the frontal, so do be careful. You don't want to over pluck, but just pluck until you're like, okay, I feel like that's the good amount, and then you can go back if necessary. But don't like do too much and then you can't go back, you know. So just take your time. I'm just doing section by section, as you can see, just literally plucking random spots, like just in that line though. after everything is plucked to my liking, I am just going to add my wig cap. And I haven't been doing the scalp method or anything like that. Just put it on my wig cap, making sure to protect my hairline and all that. And I put this wig on and I was like, yes, I think this is like getting better and better with each application and plucking and bleaching and all that. So I thought it looked really good. I was actually so happy. So yeah, I'm cutting off the ear tabs. I have a really small head, so like these are always so big, but you just want to I do this beforehand before I like glue it down, because it's way easier, so you don't have to be trying to cut off the glued part and everything like that. I'm making sure I clean off my hairline with some alcohol before applying any glue, adhesive, anything like that, just to make sure it's nice and clean, because I don't want no dirt and grime and buildup under my wig on my hairline. And I'm using my Got To Be glue. This is the one in the black container. It's the clear one. I love this one because it's just way easier to blend. And then I'm just going on top of that with some of the freeze blast spray, and it kind of just gives an even better hold. It's not like using adhesive, but I do not want to use adhesive and like kill my edges or anything, so I've just been doing this method and it's been working. And I'm just fanning this just to make sure it's a little tacky when I do put the lace on top, so it can stick a little bit better than if it was just really wet. And after laying down my lace, I like to take a small tooth comb and just comb everything back, like literally press the hair and the lace into my skin so it can give like a melted effect. And then just spraying over those areas one more time with my freeze blast spray, and wrapping that hairline up. This is just a satin scarf, and then after some time and after it's all dry, I took it off. Do y'all see that? I mean, that's melted, okay, honey? That is melted. That looks like scalp. So yeah, I'm just using some scissors. This is like shears actually, to cut off the excess lace. Now I was being very careful with this part because I want it to be jagged. I don't want it to be straight across. It looks way more natural when you kind of like follow the hairs that are laid down. That's what I was trying to do. Like, you can see some hairs are like closer to the hairline than others, so I pretty much just went around those. So it took a little while, but honestly it pays off, because you don't want a really straight looking hairline, because it just looks really fake, unless you like go and add a bunch of baby hairs and stuff. But I didn't want to add baby hairs with this style I'm about to do, so I wanted to be very careful with this part. Now for my favorite part, which is just reapplying the curls. You pretty much just need water and some mousse. It's up to you for the mousse, but I like my curls to hold. Like, I like the wet look. I don't like it to get really puffy unless that's like the intent. So I like to just keep some water in a spray bottle and just spray everything down, get it really saturated, and then taking my Nairobi mousse, I'm just applying some of that and then brushing it through, applying some more and brushing it through until I get to the ends of the hair. And you want to make sure you use a Denman brush. It's a certain type of brush that's literally for curly hair. So yes, it gets through the curls so easily. Like, look at that, it's so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just making sure everything's saturated before I remove my satin scarf again and do my final touches. I am cleaning everything around the hairline again with alcohol, just to be very sure. We do not want any type of dirt or buildup on your hairline, like, for real, y'all. So yeah, I'm just doing a middle part, and the style I decided to do was like a slicked back wet look, and I did not want any baby hairs. I was going to do them at first, but I was like, you know what, no, we gonna show off this hairline skills, okay? So yeah, I'm just slicking everything back basically. And then I used mousse to slick everything back, but I first tied my hair down one more time just to make sure it was nice and melted, and that needed to happen, like, for real, like, that needed to happen, because it just made sure all the lace was really in place for real. So yeah, I'm just taking some more of that Nairobi mousse, and now I'm slicking everything back. And while I had my hairline wrapped up, I did go and do some things. So I just wanted to reapply some of that mousse, make sure the ends are nice and saturated. So when I'm doing my makeup, I can just let the curls dry in place and dry how I want. So you just want to make sure the hair is very saturated. And just let them dry pretty much as is. You don't want to touch them or anything, and I was running my hands through them, so I just reapplied all of that. And as you can see, this is what the hair looks like. Very saturated, wet. It looks so gorgeous. Like, ooh, you better swing, sis. Like, what? And look at her, or whatever. This makeup look is on my Instagram if you are wondering. Also, my skincare routine is with the makeup look if you want to know that too. And y'all, these curls, this is the curls dry, and I was obsessed. This is after probably like 2 hours. Actually, no, it was actually a while later. I did my makeup, went and did some things, and look at them curls on the ends. I love it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. See you all in the next one.